Hey y'all, this is Christy from Teadoddles. It's time for the next stitch in my, we'll just say my library of video stitch tutorials. That sounds too long. Well, maybe we'll work on that. Anyway, this is the stitch I'm doing today is called the Leafhopper stitch. It is in the July section of the Cozy Murder Mystery Cowl, and it is, I don't remember what row it's on, y'all. So, but I'll have links down if you would like to check out the Cozy Murder Mystery Cowl on the blog and the Facebook group. I'll have links down below for you to check that out. This stitch is, I did a photo tutorial on the blog, and it took about 5 or 6 photos to do this stitch to try to show how it's done. So I definitely wanted to do a video of it. It's a very neat looking stitch once you have it done. It's only complicated in the amount of steps that it takes to do it. It's a very nice looking stitch when you get done with it, and once you get the hang of it, it should go really quick, just like any other stitches. So I've set up my row. This does require a row of double crochet below this stitch, so you would have a row of double crochet before you start the Leafhopper stitch. I've started with 2 double crochets at the beginning of my chain 3 and a double crochet, and then we're actually gonna, it's kind of like a front post double crochet you're starting off with, except we're not going into this next stitch. We're going around this stitch below the last stitch we just did. Okay, we're going to yarn over. We're going to put our hook from front to back behind this post, and then we're going to pull up. You have to pull up your yarn even with your top stitches. So you want it to be as tall as the double crochet that's above it. Okay, and then we're going to do that one more time. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go behind that stitch. I'm going to pull up a loop and pull it up even with our top stitches, just like that. I'm trying to stay out of that shadow. Okay, and so now we have a total of 5 stitches on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through these first 4 stitches and leave this one on the hook. Okay, so we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through all 4 of those stitches. So now we've got two loops on the hook. All right, there we go. And then next we're going to skip the next double crochet down below, and we're going to go around this double crochet after that. So we're going to skip 1 double crochet, and we're going to go around this double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, and we're going to insert our hook from front to back around that double crochet below. I'm going to pull up a loop, and again we need to pull it up even with our top stitches. Okay, and you may have to work it back and forth to get it up there. Okay, and they're going to do that one more time around that same double crochet. There we go. All right, so now we have 6 loops on our hook, the 2 that were already there, and then we have 4 more. So we're going to pull a loop through the first 4 stitches. Now we have 3 stitches on our hook, and we're going to pull a loop through all 3 of those stitches. Okay, so this is what you got going when you look at it. It looks a little bumpy. It looks better once we get the rest of the double crochet done behind it, but that's what it's made is it's called the Leafhopper stitch. So next you do 3 double crochet, but we're actually gonna start in the top of this double crochet that we put these stitches around, okay? That we put the yarn, we yarned over around this, if I can talk straight. We yarned over, we put loops around this double crochet. Now we're gonna put a double crochet in the top of that double crochet, okay? So we're gonna double crochet and we're gonna just make a regular double crochet in the top of that double crochet, okay? So it's kind of behind the second half of that Leafhopper stitch. It's in line with the double crochet we went around, okay? And then we'll do 2 more double crochets in the next 2 double crochets, okay? So this is what this little textured guy looks like, this little Leafhopper stitch. Just makes a nice little textured, it kind of looks like a leaf. I'm guessing that's where it got the name from. Like 2 leaves together. So then next, I'm going to go over that one more time. So these always start, the first half always starts in the stitch below the last stitch you did, okay? So we yarn over, we go from front to back, pull up a loop, make that loop even with the top of your stitches, just like that. Yarn over again, go from front and back to back around that stitch, pull up your yarn even with the top here, and you'll have the 5 loops on your hook, and we're just going to yarn over and go through the first 4 loops, and we'll have 2 loops on our hook, okay? Now we're going to skip that next double crochet. We'll go around the double crochet after that. We're going to yarn over, go from front to back around the post of that double crochet, pull up a loop, pull the loop up even with your stitches, your top stitches, okay? Do that one more time, yarn over, front to back, pull up a stitch, even with your top loops. And now you have 6 loops on your hook. Gonna yarn over and go through the first 4. Then you'll have 3 loops. Yarn over and go through all 3 of those loops. And there is another Leafhopper stitch made. Okay, now we do 3 double crochet, and the first double crochet goes behind the second half of this Leafhopper stitch in the top of that double crochet you went around. So you just do a regular double crochet there, just like that, and then double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Now my yarn's getting all tangled up. Hold on. All right, double crochet next 2 stitches. 1, 2. Okay, and there you can see. And you can also see that if you don't, sometimes I'll go through and just kind of floof it to make that stitch. One side always looks a little different than the other side, but that is the Leafhopper stitch. Just a nice little textured stitch. I like the way it looks, especially once you get going, you get a few rows going across. It reminds me of the puff stitch or the bobble stitch. You're just kind of splitting it and going around double crochets, as in a front post double crochet. So it's kind of a combination of stitches to me. But I really like the texture it gives your work. I'm going to pause this and go across the rest of this row, and then I'll show you what a full row looks like. Okay? Okay, here is a full row of the Leafhopper stitch done. And now, typically in this stitch, in the next row, you would do a double crochet row, and then you would do, you would start off a little differently so that your Leafhopper stitches fall between the row below. So you have that offset look. You certainly could do it exactly as you did the row below. But that is typically how that's done. You get an offset look with your stitches. In my pattern, I did do the offset version. So that is the Leafhopper stitch. It's one of my new favorite stitches. I've been learning a lot of new stitches while doing this crochet along, and I enjoy sharing them with all of you. So until the next video, y'all remember to have a life lived creatively, and I will see y'all next time.